If you were with us last night, you saw a doorbell video that you probably won't be forgetting anytime soon. I know I won't. It shows a young Alabama woman, Jaylene Lupton, storming the front porch of a woman who lives down the street from her grandmother, Diane Trust. The neighbor's name is Cheryl Edwards, and she fought just as hard to keep Lupton out. And while Lupton had youth and adrenaline on her side, she's 18 years old, Edwards had a mop, and she wasn't afraid to use it.
My grandma. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
That was something. It wasn't just the teenager's rudeness that rubbed Edwards the wrong way. She told Edwards that Trust, her grandmother and Edwards' friend and neighbor, was dead. And she, Jaylene Lupton, had killed her. She apparently wanted Edwards' car keys to make her getaway. And the teen did not, in fact, get away. And today, she stood in a county courtroom pleading not guilty to murder and burglary. Trust, the victim, appeared to have been beaten to death with a mallet. Cheryl Edwards, she joins me now live, as promised, when we signed off last night. Welcome to the program, and bravo. I mean, what we saw there was really incredible, really scary, and deeply personal for you. So first, welcome to the program. And I've got to ask you, did you immediately know that? Yeah, did you immediately know that something was wrong? I mean, because it could have just been a teenager coming up to say, "Hey, my car broke down," but it felt like she was coming with a lot of energy on your porch. Had you talked to her in the past? Tell us what happened.
Yes, I've known Mia since her grandmother's had custody of her, and I've lived here, been their neighbors for 10 years. So, I mean, and I immediately knew something was wrong because my yard is posted for no trespassing, and those signs are meant for those kids because they're bad kids, you know. And Diane and I met, we talked every week. Once or twice a week, we've met and talked and discussed kids, you know, so. But she was just horribly, her eyes were big as saucers, they were blood red, and she had blood on her, you know, and she said, "I killed my grandma," you know, and I'm like, "You're not getting in my house, you're not getting," you know.
Yeah, I mean, we see it there in that doorbell video. I mean, was the mop on the porch? Did you grab the first thing that you saw?
I did. My mop was outside. I had just finished mopping my floors, and I put it out to dry. And I was getting ready to get in the shower, and my backyard door cameras started going off, telling me person, person, person. So I go and look, and she's trying to break into my sister's RV in the backyard.
Oh.
And so I throw my gown on, and I come to the front door and walk out on my porch. And as I walk out on the porch, it's when she comes up. And I'm like, "Hey," she said, "I killed my grandma, I killed my grandma." And she starts shoving me, and I shove back. And I grab the first thing I can find when I push her down, you know. And
wow.
It just went from there. And she finally jumped off the porch and went back around to the back of my house. I come in, and I grab my cell phone and my keys, and I lock my door as I go out. And just as I getting ready to go out the door, you know, and everything, she kicks my door in and busts my door off the door frame. And then I continue outside to go get my sister to come help me, you know.
Wow, we can see it there. That's her trying to bust through the door.
Yes, it's all on video, her busting down my door. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess lucky for her, you didn't have a gun, and it was a mop instead of a gun. I mean, like, you defended yourself.
Well, right. I do have a gun, but it was locked up in my safe because my granddaughter was here, you know.
You know,
And I'm
go
like,
ahead.
no, this ain't happening. I said,
Wow.
this ain't happening. You're not getting in here. She did get inside my house, but she did not get anything.
Oh,
You know,
man.
and she run down the driveway, and she almost got hit by a vehicle. And I stopped the vehicle, and I said, I was screaming, I need your help. Stop, please. I need your help. She killed Diane. And the two guys I stopped, they knew her. They were raised with her and her kids, you know. And they went with me next door, and we found her body in the front yard.
Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You had mentioned that her eyes were as big as saucers. So that might indicate, I mean, did you feel like she was just on adrenaline? Was she on something? Did she do drugs, or did you think she was on drugs?
She just graduated high school in May. And there's a picture of her and her grandmother together with her in her cap and gown.
Oh.
And her grandmother looked at me and she said, this is my saving grace of all my grandkids and my kids. She doesn't do drugs, and she is graduated, and she's doing very well. She was a beautiful young lady. And then in a matter of 2 months, it had to be drugs. That's the only thing I can say, explain how she changed from one decent person to the type of person she was Saturday.
Cheryl,
I mean, it was horrible.
This looks horrible. First of all, I'm so glad that you're okay. You said that you went and found your friend and neighbor. You're the one that found the body, and we understand from police records that she was killed with a mallet. I just can't even imagine what that was like for you.
Correct.
After you had that encounter. Any idea of the problems that, I mean, if the grandmother said that she's my saving grace, she was so proud of her, things were on the up and up. Do you have any idea what could have happened other than drugs? I mean, did they have any arguments? Was there, you know, was she getting kicked out of the house? Was there anything at all?
Well, she wasn't getting kicked out of the house. I mean, Diane never told me she was kicking her out of the house. There was problems with other grandkids and her daughters. You know, I mean, Jalen's mother is in the same jail she's in.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you know, so.
We've got that.
Well, I mean, it was just a constant battle.
Okay. And Cheryl, before I let you go, we have to ask you, how are you holding up? How are you doing? Because my heart is racing watching this video right now.
I didn't sleep for several nights.
Yeah.
I mean, I was scared to go to sleep, but I got my door fixed, and that made it better. I got me a new security lock. My son shipped me a new lock to use on my door. And so, you know, that makes me feel better. But then, you know, my nerves are starting to calm down. My bruises are going away, you know. But,
Yeah.
I mean, and I've talked to Diane's brother and her sister, and, you know, and they're all like, we're just glad you're okay, and she
Sure.
didn't hurt you any worse than she did.
Absolutely. And lastly, if
it was an experience.
Yeah, that's for sure, Cheryl. And lastly, you mentioned that you live next door to your friend for 10 years and that you talk twice a week. Anything else you want to tell us about your friend who has passed away in this terrible way?
Diane, those kids meant the world to Diane. She'd been over backwards for them. I mean, her children were troubled, yes, but she would give them everything she had. This was so uncalled for. I mean, there was no reason for her to hurt her grandmother like this. I mean, she gave her everything, you know, and it's so sad. I mean,
it is very sad, and it's very tragic, and we hope that justice is served here. And we want to thank you very much, Cheryl Edwards. We're glad you're okay. We're glad you had that mop on your front porch. Cheryl, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a